Also snarling traffic at the airport. A ground delay in effect until 11 o'clock tonight, so that's impacting inbound flights to DIA. The average delay right now, 2.5 hours. 1,200 flights have been delayed so far, and 75 were canceled.
We all deserve an explanation. You deserve an explanation. The Senate deserves an explanation. The public deserves an explanation.
Denver7 Investigates is following up with a Colorado senator tonight to get answers about a major safety lapse involving planes en route to Denver International Airport. More than a month after the incident, and the Federal Aviation Administration still has not answered our questions.
So as many as 20 pilots making their approach to DIA lost the ability to communicate with air traffic control. This was May 12th.
Since then, Denver7 Investigates has been pressing the FAA for answers. You can scan the QR code on your screen to catch up.
Chief investigative reporter Tony Kowaleski broke this story. Tony in the studio tonight as Senator Hickenlooper continues his call for action.
Yeah, good evening, Shannon and Jessica. A bit of a black hole of information for too long of a time. We've been asking the FAA to explain the cause of the transmitter for 5 weeks. The answer came in just over an hour ago in a statement. The FAA now saying the failures were caused by overlapping outages to radio transmitters and circuits. So we now know the cause, but we don't know why it took more than a month to get the answers.
The FAA has recognized that response was perhaps not perfect.
Senator Hickenlooper describing the FAA's failure to answer questions, failure to explain how and why 2 transmitters failed last month in Longmont, a failure leaving a reported 15 pilots and airplanes to language without communication from an air traffic controller for what whistleblowers have told us was around 6 minutes. Is that the kind of response you want from a federal agency?
No. That is not the response you want from any agency, especially federal agencies.
A concern Senator Hickenlooper shared during a recent Senate hearing on Capitol Hill.
I hope that you will commit towards more transparency, an earlier release of this information when we have occasions to have concerns.
I would add to it, I think one of the challenges we have is a lack of trust.
Answering the senator's questions, the president's nominee to head the FAA, Brian Bedford.
We will have to embrace transparency and accountability.
Senator, is the nominee aware of what happened in Colorado?
Yes, he is. There's no question he is aware of that now.
The nominee to lead the FAA into the future was also asked to address issues exposed in our reporting. Equipment failures that led to 4 frequencies going offline. Failures that forced air traffic controllers to resort to the last available channel for communication.
We need to ensure the public that travel is safe. It is safe, but we don't want to get to the second, third, and fourth layer of redundancy. The system is old, it's tired, it needs to be replaced.
So 5 full weeks after the breakdown at Longmont developed, 5 weeks after our reporting brought more national attention to failures with air traffic control operations, Senator Hickenlooper now says money and solutions are a top priority. When issues like this get national attention, do you think the bottom line is it's going to get better?
Absolutely. I think the bottom line is these things have to get better. And when you shine a bright light, when the media, reporters such as yourself, when you guys uncover things and shine a bright light, it forces government to respond.
Now, the FAA also telling us it has replaced the radio transmitters that failed last month and also repaired the circuits that broke down. We are looking forward to talking one-on-one with Mr. Bedford if and when his appointment is approved.
Always getting answers, Tony. And you also have some personal news that you're breaking for our viewers today. After a 42-year career, you are retiring at the end of the year. What's next, Tony?
You know, I'm not sure I'm ready to think about what's next. We kind of took in today. It's an exciting time. I have to tell you, incredibly honored to be able to say I spent 40 years in a television newsroom. You guys understand what it's like. It's the best job in the world. We're figuring out the future. It's going to be sometime in the next 4 or 5 weeks or months. But I know it'll include some travel, some time with family, and then we'll figure out what that next chapter looks like.
Well, you're not quite ready to think about that. We're not quite ready to think about this place without you. But we do have some more time. And actually, I hope you stick around. Tony and I have a longer conversation coming up in the next half hour.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right, buddy.